all my fellas. It's all my fellas. How we doing, guys? Good to see you all. It is an absolute pleasure to be back. I'm a little bit late today because I was out exploring. Good afternoon to you all. Sounded like a school teacher there, my bad. I was a little bit late today because I was out exploring. Doing some little exploration. Went and did some lifting this morning as well. So I'm a little bit later than usual, but today we've got the 8 attachment HDR in store, and I gotta tell you, right now, this bad boy for me is starting to pick up some mileage in terms of enjoying using it. This is the build that we'll be utilizing today. The Blamwell 7X scope, monolithic, gainless, lightweight bipod, fast mag combat stock, Strelok laser, and overpressured rounds. And it is quite a saucy little devil, this one. 8 attachments, honestly, like, it's noticeably different, you know? Noticeably different would be the word I would use. So, you know, I figured today I would show you guys the sauce. You know, none of this hollandaise, none of this mayonnaise, just the pure sniping sauce that is the 8 attachment weapon, and see how we go. I will have to find an SMG, but for the time being, using the 8 attachment, I will use the Gorevka pistol just to give me time. If I find like a ground loot LC-10, or if I pick up something else, that's what we're going to be going with. And then tomorrow, we will be on with Benny C in the morning to run up some more shenanigans in duos, because I think we were playing duos quite. I think we would all agree that we played duos quite well together. Me and Benny kind of have that nice balance of like, he wants to push everything, I want to play for the final circle win, and we kind of end up balancing each other out quite nicely. So more of that on the way. I know. Gosh. But yeah, we'll probably go double loadout for 8 attachments, but to be honest with you, I think I will take the 8 attachment HDR off rip. And to be honest, I think my solution right now is probably that I need to build an 8 attachment LC-10 as well, just to give me the option to do so. Just because we've been using this bad boy right here. But if we go with a bit of gunfire on this, and then we slap in some more goodies, it could be even better. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I mean, I don't need an optic on this because the irons are so clean, but I will put the Kepler on it. Just because. We'll put the Kepler on this just to give it some more sauce, you know? I love how that didn't equip it. And then we'll go. Oh, this is stupid because it doesn't have recoil, but we'll put even more recoil control on it. We'll give ourselves an 8 attachment LC-10, an 8 attachment sniper, and if it all goes our way, fellas, it all goes our way, it will all go well. Hopefully. F3. Been watching you on YouTube since OG Verdansk. Technologia. I'm glad we're making this a bit of a staple here. You know? Just some technologia. Like, it doesn't have to mean anything, but it's provocative. Alright? Which is the wrong game listed. Thank you for the heads up, Carl. That's very useful. Darting around at the speed of light today, and totally forgot to update it. So, appreciate you. Good morning, Liam. Well, technically afternoon. I am late today, but...
Rock up. You're heading towards...
Deal with it. No, I'm joking. Right, I'm going to set this as favorite because it makes it easier to... Here we go. Now we have the technology.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
And you guys can see the 8 attachment. I'm about to unlock a slightly cleaner red dot optic as well for this particular Blamwell site. Which is quite exciting. Well, it's actually a green dot, which I do like. I know, we're live, Lex, I know. You know, it depends what you mean by that, Pesler. John, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a cracking day of it.
Green to go.
What was I going to do? Turn up my game sound. It's not 100%. I like my audio, how I like my eardrums. Destroyed. I love how I just got voice chat recording in progress. No, not like that at all. Although technically it is a streaming schedule, if you will. So, you know, it depends how you look at it. I did some disgusting,
Battle Royale.
I did some disgusting capitalism today. Chelsea launched a kit in collaboration with Drake's clothing band, OVO, and it looked really, really good. So I instantly purchased it. And that is my gift to myself for no particular reason. If I'm being entirely frank, you know, I didn't need an excuse. I thought to myself, you know what? You know. Look, Liam, I'm glad I could be there for you. Am I being greedy? Oh my god, I nearly died. Oh, I need to chill out. Someone put 50p in me. I don't know how you got the rugby shirt. I tried to get the blue one, instantly sold out. Listen, I'm a lucky, lucky man, Sam. I'm a lucky, lucky man. Alright, I'm feeling lucky. Make of that what you will. Might bug up, buy a lottery ticket, who knows. Maybe the game's gone, you know. Leave the football before the football leaves you, I believe is the great words of Jamie Carragher. And believe me, he doesn't have great words. Yeah, I'm doing well, John. I'm doing well. Just been... like, I'm enjoying streaming right now. Things have been somewhat busy, somewhat not too busy. Like, it's probably the busiest summer I've had in terms of, like, we've done a lot of sponsorships lately, like Siege, Ready or Not, stuff like that. But also I'm just enjoying my time outside of streaming a lot right now. We've got some really cool stuff coming up at the end of the month that I'm really excited to talk about, when I'm allowed to talk about it. So, like, I kind of got a bit of a buzz right now. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's, what in the utter woke nonsense? Oh, it's under the bridge, I see. Was about to lose full there. Lex, you know, as a mod, you're meant to deal with the lunacy, not double down on it. You know, I just figured I'd, you know, make sure everything was alright.
One supply box remaining. Move to secure.
Treat myself to a new headset yesterday, but I actually need one with a working mic. Nice! Look, we all love a little bit of commercial... what do they call it? Retail therapy? I mean, I don't think it's actual therapy. That's probably a lot more expensive than most commercial therapy, but... you know? Algorithm loves it, I promise. Well, you know, I do love the YouTube algorithm. You know, I do love YouTube, and YouTube loves me. Do you hear that, YouTube transcoding? I love this platform. Please send all the viewers to me, Mr. YouTube. Thanks. No, I'm joking. I wish that's how it worked. It'd be a lot easier.
Gas is moving.
I mean, I can work with the Jackal for a bit until I get, like, a better LC-10.
Loadout drop.
And then I'll double load out it at the end of this. Shocked how good it is for the price point, really? I mean, to be honest with you, you know, I think about this often. Like, how much do we just pay for, like, brand names? Like, I've used the OnePlus Pro Buds, for example, and OnePlus obviously aren't the most well-known brand in the world. Obviously, they are a lot larger than they used to be. The OnePlus Pro earbuds are some of the best earbuds I've ever used, and they're like a fraction of the price compared to pretty much any other competitor. I mean, even the GameSeer controller I'm using right now, right? You know, this controller, in my opinion, you know, it's 50 quid, and it's better than the majority of controllers I've had. You know. You know, how much do you pay? How much in terms of tech? You know, how much do you really end up paying for a label, right? You know, well, anything really, clothing, all sorts. You know. But like, how much do you end up really just paying for somebody's marketing budget? Like, the OnePlus earbuds, the Pro ones, are definitely better than the Samsung ones, and they're actually marginally pretty close to the Sonys, although I still do prefer the Sonys. And they cost practically nothing in comparison to either. Yeah, I'm probably going to get some, like, Amazon affiliate links going within the next couple of months, like, in the next month or two, just because, like, I don't have any, like, brand deals with people like GameSeer, although I would like to work with them. But, like, you know, I don't want to necessarily be recommending something just because it's super expensive. I want to recommend something because it's quality, you know what I mean? Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? Do you reckon he'll dive off, or do you reckon he'll stay up there? Care package in this economy. No, I'm gonna get myself a second loader. Second breakfast, Jack. Second breakfast. What happened to the Wolverine V3? The USB-C port on it got quite loose, which is causing the controller to disconnect a lot, which is why I'm not currently using it. But they are going to RMA it for me, and apparently it is something that was known with older SKUs of the Wolverine V3 that apparently is better on a more modern SKU of it. So yeah, that's the current situation with all of that. Oh my god, he pieced me.
Be ready, you're next.
That's the...
Welcome to the Gulag.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Redeployment.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you lot. That was very lucky. But it was very good. I gotta respect his hustle a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's... I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm a little bit butthurt about it, but you know, sometimes you just gotta hold that. You know what I mean? Like, if that was me, the yard is getting shouted down and I'm calling myself the greatest of all time. See, this game doesn't understand how petty I am, because I will go back there. You don't think I will? Ah, let's probably get loaded. Non-sponsor Radio Not thoughts? I really like Radio Not. We played it before we got sponsored on it. Me, Stard, Jack, and Tomo. I think it's a really good game. Like, it has a very clear vision of what it is, and it just does that very well. You know what I mean? There are lots of games out there these days, like COD included, that try to do a bit of everything, and that's how we ended up with Warzone 2 having DMZ mechanics. But something like Ready or Not is just perfect in the sense that it just, you know, it has a very clear vision of what the game is, it knows what it wants to be, and it's pretty good because of it.
We've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Care package available for delivery.
I did want to go back, but... Yeah, you can't cater to everybody. Like, it's, you know, it's nice to see a game like Ready or Not where they just know what they are. You know what I mean? They make a cool SWAT style breach and clear. And like, we were kind of just messing around with it yesterday. Like, you can make it actually super, like, hardcore and really difficult. You can have the AI be super, super problematic in that game, which I think is really cool because it sort of gives people a replayability arc, and obviously having the grades, it's a little bit like Hitman in the sense that, like, you can keep doing the runs to figure out how to get it better done at the highest difficulties. But yeah, no, I always like doing a sponsorship with, like, companies where I've already played their game or I already like their game, and, you know, likewise with tech, like a company where, like, I would buy the product that I'm advertising. What's your views on the Ready or Not censorship position to allow it to be on console? A lot of people are upset by it. I'm sure it probably could be something that could be modded back into PC or added back into PC eventually, so I'm not too fussed about it. But also, like, at the end of the day, you know, games like Ready or Not are accidentally quite niche. Like, convincing people to buy a SWAT simulation game on any platform, really, is quite difficult. And, you know, if going to console makes them commercially successful and means even more content, then good for them, do you know what I mean?
Oh, madre, una gran...
Like, it's a bit like, you know, stuff like Armor Forger got a lot of controversy because it wasn't technically a finished game, it was a tech test. And like, for me, I'm happy to support Armor Forger because I know what the vision is. And ultimately, milsim games are quite niche. Likewise, you know, a SWAT simulator like Ready or Not is a niche game. You know, not everybody is going to be interested in buying that sort of thing. So if it can be commercially successful on console, and then it means that they can do more of that kind of thing in the future, or create even more unique and bespoke products, then great. You know? That's why I've always, like, supported games like Squad, games like Hell Let Loose, games like Armor, like, because, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, they are niche products. My bounty's right here waiting for me. Come on, come and push me. I know you're here. Don't have to hide. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I'm on.
I'm reloading. Target hitting a mark. You're cleared hot.
Why did I do that? Sorry, that wasn't the brightest moment for me there.
Back on my feet. I'm good.
I'm very clearly still waking up to the, you know, the video game here, because that was not very bright.
Throwing smoke. LDBR awaiting target data.
Hostile UAV in the area.
My bad, gang. My bad, gang. Thank God I had that self. I did that yesterday, look. You're watching a top Warzone player here, fellas, alright? Does that mean I'm immune to mistakes? I was testing the self-res, yeah. I wanted to make sure it was working properly.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV online. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Fire sale active. Fire station front.
He thought I was shit! That's cute. Here's for the specialist, buddy.
UAV available for tasking. LDBR ready for launch.
Got the whole specialist in my hand. I've got the whole specialist in my hand. We love to see it, really.
You've got gas moving in.
I always enjoy it when people push you. Like, the best thing about playing against super confident players is that they push you under the presumption that they're definitely going to win the fight. Like, I do it all the time. Like, I think I'm a bad man. And all you got to do is just sort of sit there and be like, right, and they're going to swing around this corner instantly because they think they can't be killed. So if you ever want to know how to get rid of me in a game, just sit tight and be an irritant, if I'm being perfectly honest. And like the stream, gosh, you know, you know, word on the street is that whoever likes the stream is a real OG. I'm just going to pop this because there are quite a few people around here who are clearly quite intent on... Well, some of that got rid of. So this is one of them really awkward circles where there isn't really a good position. There's just lots of positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's positions, but some of them are clearly superior to others, and not many of them are all that great. You know, you can think about it in... Tell me in football times. That's definitely not what I was going to say, but I numbed it down for keeping it PG, you know what I mean? For the gang. Co-op survival games are definitely on the cards. Like, I really wanted the boys to play Sons of the Forest with me, and we never got round to it. Love some solos? Love that. We love that. You can love them some more by liking the stream. That's the word on the street. So that's the rumor I've heard, boss.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone. Supply crates have been restocked. Load up.
We are once again in what I would describe as a very interesting circle. Interesting in the sense that it's going to be utterly diabolical for all participants. I mean, nobody really likes bank, do they? So... But I feel like you need to be on the overlook for this. So... I mean, I've got specialists, so I know people aren't up there. There's a guy on the crane there. Yeah, I think I just sit at the top of the overlook here, I'm not gonna lie. Favorite loadout from Warzone 1? Probably the OG AMAX. Honestly, I preferred Black Ops Cold War's AK-47 in terms of, like, Verdansk metas. My poor soul was just introduced to Off the Grid. I've been meaning to check that out again, to be honest with you. Have they actually got the Battle Royale mode now? Or it's still, like... Like, 'cause I know they have a BR mode, but, like, I don't know, like, it hadn't released when I was playing it.
Eliminate all bounty targets.
No, not yet? Okay. Will I be playing Arc Raiders? Absolutely. I'll be playing a lot of Arc Raiders. Me and the gang are going to be streaming exuberant amounts of Arc Raiders. thought that was terrible. Got a bit of optimization that's starting to play better. That's good. I like Arc Raiders. Sorry, I like OTG. I think it's a very promising title. Enjoyed streaming it when it first like dropped, even if the performance was, should we say, rough. They've got that like super baked in UE5 nanite lighting, haven't they? Which is kind of the problem with OTG. Or kind of has been the problem with OTG. And don't get me wrong, it's a good looking game as a result of it, but Arc Raiders is also on UE5 and ran really, really well, with arguably a lot more to handle. So, you know, you'd like to think it's possible for them to optimize a little bit better. I feel like this is going to be really annoying and pull across to, like, somewhere over here. I ain't gonna lie to you lot, I nearly bottled that. I'm gonna keep it 100. There was 2 guns that you would bring back to Warzone, what would it be and why? The Swiss K31 would be one of them, just because I really enjoyed it. It was a meta, it was a special time, that meta. And probably the Milano? I know that's a really weird pick, but like, I really like the Milano. I thought it was just such a quirky little weapon. You know? King Travis, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Not the KV inhibitor and the polyamniot? Believe it or not, no. Those two aren't weapons I would classify as on my radar. Right, this guy's gonna be a problem.
Gas is inbound. Marking 2 safe
Changing mags.
This guy's a proper nuisance, really, because I can't make this cross until he's made his. If I get gunned from Overlook, I'm going to be absolutely livid.
I'm reloading.
Got gas moving in.
The Vel was a personal fave? Yeah, I appreciate that. M16 Burst. I mean, the SPR was fun. Do you know what? I do miss an MP7 meta, though. I will say that. But the MP7 is just objectively a fun weapon. You're so lucky you accidentally fell off that ledge. And it was an accident. You definitely didn't mean that. Always one.
Reloading.
OTS 9? Yeah, that's a fair shout.
Gas is closing in. Relocating.
You know what? It isn't great. But it also isn't too terrible either.
Only 4 remain. Finish the job. Hostile UAV in the area.
DMR meta just for a bit of carnage. Yeah, fast.
Gas is closing in. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. You're losing ground. Don't let up now.
Smoke grenade!
God, that required thinking too fast.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Throwing thermite!
Gas is inbound.
Let's go, baby! That guy's skin blended in so well for him. So well. Like, I genuinely didn't see him for a bit. That was good. That was good. Whew. I think I just used... You know how they say you use 60% of your brain or some shit? I think I just used like 90% of it there. Jesse, thank you for the 5 gifted. Because, like, I thought to myself, like, oh, I can't go for the buy, I don't have enough time. But then I realized, A, I'm faster because I've got Specialist. And B, even if I go down, I'll self-res, get the health back, and then be able to go for the Specialist again. Oh, sorry, for the gas mask off the buy anyway. Nah, they weren't teaming TH, man. They just didn't want to fight. They didn't want to be the people, because they knew whoever initiated the fight could get third-partied. A lot of people think like that. Bloody hell, that was something. That's not a like on the stream, I don't know what it is. A big shout out to Jesse for the 5 gifted over on YouTube. Guys, if you receive it gifted, please do spam some hype and please do say thank you. It does support the channel directly, and bloody drop a like on the stream.
The mission is clear. Subscribe to the Tactical Brit. Like the stream and become a bloody member, rookie.
There's going to be a lot more quads, sorry, a lot more duos and solos from me going forward. Obviously, you know, still want to play with the boys and whatnot fairly frequently. But, like... Oh yeah, the new reticle. Did I unlock it? I think I did, didn't I? I did. You're so smart. So now I've got this nice little green dot on the 8 attachment, which I think is even cleaner. Yeah, like, the quad situation 100% right now is just, it's too toxic. Like, you know, you're either running into 4 stacks of guys who should be sweating in rank, or you're running into cheaters fairly frequently. But the duos experience and the solos experience recently has actually been a lot of fun, so I am just going to stream that more going forward. Like, I told the boys in the group chat, like, look, I don't mind splitting into 2s, but there's not going to be a lot of quads from me going forward. Like, obviously, you know, because the annoying thing is we basically have to play like we're playing ranked, and, like, it doesn't leave room for me to sort of chat with you guys and just sort of have a bit more fun with it, so, you know, you'll see maybe Stott alternate in on one day, Westy alternate in on one day, and, like, it's quite frustrating as well to some extent, because, like, it feels like... I'm not saying, obviously, Westy and Stott are bad players, because that's... I don't want this to be how that comes across, but I'm saying, like, it feels like I have to play like I'm playing ranked when I'm playing quads, and it feels like I'm having to do a lot of the... Like, I can't make a mistake. You know? I can't, you know, I'm not allowed to have some fun with it, you know what I mean? And if I'm not having fun with it, then I just get salty about like certain deaths and stuff. So I'm just going to avoid quads for a while. You know, obviously it's a little annoying because I do want to play with the boys a lot, and I do enjoy playing with all the guys, but I'm just enjoying, like, I mean, look at the stream we had with Benny the other day. Like, we were absolutely bossing it in duos. We were able to have some fun with it, try some stupid loadouts, do some challenges. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be sweating my life off against the sweatiest of players. You know, and getting very little in the way of return for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, quads just isn't fun right now. So, you know, we'll do a lot of duos. We'll get Benny in on the duos. We'll get Jaff in, you know, and sort of Westy, I'm sure, will rotate in as well on those duos. But it's just something I'm not planning on being in a, what's the word I'm looking for, in a quad stack for a while. Like, quads right now is just too difficult. 2 maps you would bring back and why? I mean, there's only one map for Warzone that I want back, and it's Al Mazrah. I think Al Mazrah is an amazing. I sometimes like to do these stupid little spin tactics. That stream yesterday led to him finally getting emotes. Well, you're welcome. Took him long enough. Me and Benny work quite similarly in the sense that sometimes somebody just needs to bully us into doing something that we don't want to do or don't have time to do. Well, it's not a lot to do with the playstyle of Stolen Westy either, because we can play positionally and we can get those wins together. It's just, you know, it feels like in order for us to get those wins in quads, I'm having to play at 110% all the time, and if I make a mistake, or if I die, or I mess up a regain, you know, it kind of pulls the lethality out of our team, and we've been playing a lot 3v4 recently. So it puts a bit more pressure on me to sort of play at this sort of different ranked level that I don't really want to be playing at. Like, I don't feel like I'm having as much fun. Whereas in like solos and duos, I feel like I'm just having a lot of fun. I feel like I can mess around with things again. Having a good time with it. So, you know, we'll be doing a lot of that. Tomorrow morning we'll be live with Benny C, I think, doing some duos, so... And it's kind of the same for Benny, I think, to be honest with you, because, like, Benny, you know, me and Benny are not too different in the sense that we sometimes have our, you know, salty situations and some of our crash outs. Do you know what I mean? Like, me and Benny are quite similar in that respect. And, like, even with him, I just notice he's so much more light on his feet and enjoying himself when we're playing duos together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, sometimes streaming isn't... It sounds hilarious because it's such a fun job, but sometimes streaming isn't perfectly fun. You know, sometimes it is a bit of a dredge. That's just the nature of any job, right? But, like, you know, I'm enjoying duos. I'm enjoying solo. So, right now, I think quads is just going to take a bit of a back seat until the end of the month. And then at the end of the month, we'll talk about it when I can talk about it, you know? I mean, come on. That's pretty much how it happened, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But you're welcome to make as many guesses as you like. All I can tell you is this. I am going to be a very busy man. And I don't want you guys to think like what I've said so far is just like, oh, you know, like I really don't want to play with the boys, or I don't want to play with Stard, or I don't want to play with Westy, or like our play styles are incompatible. Those guys are really good at Warzone. I really enjoy playing with them. It genuinely is just a case that quads in itself is unenjoyable. The quads experience isn't enjoyable. It's filled with cheaters and it's filled with sweats. And like duos and solos, I'm just having fun, dude, by comparison. You know, and like for me, I just want to get to the end of the month and take a bit of a break from quads, and then maybe we'll be back into it, but there will be some stuff happening through start of August that is going to be very exciting. So keep an eye out on that. I'll talk about it when you can talk about it. You're welcome to speculate what that may be, but I am under 17,000 NDAs from 17,000 different people. And we've got the Rainbow Six Siege tournament tomorrow, guys. Our next 2 games in the Siege tournament.
Battle Royale.
I'm very excited about. Very, very excited about that Siege tournament. We've won our first game, and I honestly think we've got a really good group of dudes, and we will win out. We can win out the rest of our games. 1 wink for yes, 2 winks for no. Nice one. I can't really do that, JR Crawford. Like, for me, I play Warzone for the competition. I play it for the outplay moments, the clutch moments, like that rotation there. And, like, the second there are bots in that experience, I lose that from the game, for me, personally. Like, I know some people still find it satisfying. It kind of just loses it for me. You know, winning a game like that game actually felt super rewarding, you know? But, like, winning a game where I feel like I should win because the majority of the lobby are bots. Like, it's just why I don't play it. That's alarming. Marking him like this is going to make him run away. You broke the game last time you played casual? Yep. We killed so many of the bots that they just stopped moving. In fact, they stopped spawning. But really, it was kind of funny. I'm just marking this guy so that he runs. I don't even necessarily want to kill him, I just want to get to this box.
Supply box secured. Move to the next one.
I could get a 50 kill win in casual and not feel anything. I'd rather a 5 kill win against real people. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want to... I'm not going to... Like, I understand casual. I understand why people play it, because there are loads of people who just want to have a bit of fun, run around, shoot some guns, and chill. Like, I totally get it. So I don't want to... I don't want it to feel like I'm dunking on the experience, but it's just an experience that personally isn't why I play Warzone. Had I not been paying attention, I probably wouldn't have realized that streak just fell out the window. I think a lot of people hate on Battle Royale being in Battlefield generally because the feeling from some people is that they need to get the core multiplayer right and enjoyable and fun and have lots of content before they do the BR, which is why it always gets a bit of hate. But I think the reality is that with Ripple Effect working on the BR and DICE working on what they're working on, that shouldn't be a problem. You know, they can have both without it detracting from one another. Is there an easier mode than casual? Asking for me, FS. Congrats on your daughter's graduation, by the way. Hello, Tara. As somebody who has done the uni rat run all the way up to a master's degree, it's hard work. I dare not look at my student finance account no longer. But no, I'm excited for what the Battlefield BR could look like. You know, it's gonna be an experience. Is there still a boot camp? I think so, which is weird because there's kind of boot camp and casual at the same time. But I guess the idea being that boot camp is for people who have literally never played the game before. International security, Jacko. If you want to know what stocks to invest in for companies that blow up half the planet, I'm your guy. Maxim, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. He did his master's in FPS gaming, lad. Yeah. You had to get above a 3 KD. And that was still the international security degree, not even the... Have a solo challenge if you're interested. Alright. Go on then, Chad. What we got? What we got? Me and my homies invest in Rhine metal only? No, I'm joking. Oh, God. 3 free kicks and a win, 10 gifted. Alright. I could do that. I don't think I have... I might not have the free kick on... Actually, no, I think I still do. It might be a throw. We'll find out. A degree in hairline? I mean, I hope so. Yeah, I hope it stays strong, bro. You know, it's...
Priority tasking request received.
It's, you know, it's not turkey time anytime soon, thankfully, but... I mean, the hard part will be finding people who actually have self-revives. That will arguably be more difficult than anything else.
Ебаная...
Enemy UAV overhead.
Maybe I'm just fucking him, bro. Like, do you know what, man? Like, maybe I'm just him, man. Have that on your head top. I'll have that on my head top. Yeah, buddy, I went upstairs.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Assassinations pre-downing them, surely? I mean, that's even harder to do, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to equip the old flashy bangs and stunny grenades and hope for the best. I might have to start that challenge next round, because I feel like I need to equip a loadout for it. It's fun. Well, I do have second loadie available to me. Where's the non-stud? He's probably getting ready for his siege games tonight.
Throwing smoke.
I don't know why I landed on that. I forgot that I had a self. Maybe I was bait. Oh wait, I was baiting. Sorry, that's why I did that. He thought I was shit. Wait, boss, you got growl.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I'd like to get my A attachment LC10 here, but... You know, I've never gotten a C4 recon drone kill in Warzone. That's... Who needs enemies of progress when the games will do it for you? You know? Where are we at, circle-wise? It sounds like a challenge to me, I mean... Lord knows you guys like being challenging, I'll tell you that much. I'm joking. Ah, you're alright, yeah, alright. He's one of the good ones! He's not like the other streamers, he's one of the good ones. Sorry, I've got a message I need to reply to. Oh, we're all good. No better time than now. Does the C4 drone strat still work? I have no idea. Does it still work, chat? You're probably more knowledgeable than I am. Do you know what does still work that none of you seem to use? The light button. Yeah, that's right, I said it. I'm sorry about it. What now? There is some sort of shaggery afoot in this sink in front of me.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
I'm reloading.
A park finish. Are we bannering? Game's gone.
Enemy UAV is online.
How did JD do in the Valorant tournament? I believe her team got blown out, if I'm honest. But it didn't sound like their tournament was particularly well balanced.
Enemy UAV overhead. Ground moving.
Reloading.
Just thinking to myself, I'm attracting quite a lot of attention. For no particular reason.
Fire fail.
He thought I was What is it with people in gifting me specialists, huh?
Target area marked. You're cleared.
When you run inside, boss.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike. Hostile UAV in the area. Impact. No hit.
The pro her team got was trying to teach them strategy the whole time instead of helping them with movement and abilities. Well, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. To be honest with you, though, you can't really teach a huge amount of that in Val. It's just something you have to figure out in your own time. Like, you can tell me 100 times how something works in Valorant, and it won't make sense until I've played it myself. It's a bit like the Siege tournament. Like, if you haven't played Siege before, the entire experience can be quite overwhelming. But in reality, it isn't actually all that challenging.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemies are dropping into the area.
I'm reloading.
I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible. I'm pretty terrible.
Stun grenade. I'm good. Nothing happened. UAV available for tasking.
Stun overhead.
Shitting hell, Jeremy.
Enemy UAV online.
LDBR ready for launch.
Gas is moving.
So here's where this all gets a bit techie.
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
Changing max.
Oh, c'est quoi cette arme qu'il a?
Back for more.
He also thought I was shit. Can I have some shoots?
I'm reloading.
So the techie situation here is that the circle is probably going to pull back to this block.
Moving.
That block is not the most defendable position in solo, so I don't really want to be up there. As you've probably been able to tell from the 6,500 people trying to push me at the same time. I believe so, Osman. I believe so. So I...
Gas is closing in.
Oh, Would you look at that? It's pulling across to the other red roof.
Until further notice.
I'm gonna play down low for
Enemy
this
UAV overhead.
because I've got a cluster strike.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Friendly loadout drop on the way. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy advanced UAV is active.
Oh, actually, I lied.
You're being tracked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive. Gas is closing in. Enemy UAV is online.
I actually think I prefer playing in here for now. I'm gonna be ratty on this. Yeah, you play downstairs, I'll stay up here, buddy. Don't you worry. Everybody gets a piece, you know what I mean?
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Top 10.
Changing mag.
Gas is inbound. Bounty targets
Reloading.
marked. Kill them all.
I mean, this is one of those predicaments where being on that roof is gonna get... This is a terrible circle. Like, this looks like a good circle, it's not a good circle. This circle sucks. She said she was... No, I'm joking.
Gas is closing in. Relocating.
Well, that's a
safe
bit of a
zone.
sticky one, isn't it?
Got 4 remaining. Stay sharp. The enemy lost track of you. Good work down there.
Gamer, good to see you.
Losing ground. Moving.
Tossing smoke grenade.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Changing mags.
gas inbound. Safe zone reload.
Well, this is gonna get techie very quickly.
Gas is closing in.
You get down that hole, sunshine.
Nothing happened. Reloading.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now.
There's no way, dude. Oh, he's won with because he's got for far.
Take that victory.
Also, what a weird play from that guy to go outside his building to the right. Like, he definitely didn't have that much to his gassy. Oh well, I guess sometimes the odd play works. We'll take it, I guess. Second place. Oof. I honestly just wasn't expecting him to... What's the word I'm looking for? I wasn't expecting him to be, out to the right. I was expecting him to be immediately under me. For whatever reason. Actually, to be honest with you, what I'm more surprised about is that he still had gas mask. Because he wasn't on my radar. And he wasn't coughing. And we'd been in the gas for exact same amount of time. Who knows? Who knows? Like, I'd started taking gas tick damage before he did. Which probably would have made it a lot easier to spot him on the map. Yes, definitely. I would sooner give up losing a few medium-range fights to the FFAR and GPR over losing pretty much every close-range fight if you don't have the LC-10. Second mask wouldn't have helped him, TH, man. They both burn at the same rate. Like, the GPR or the FFAR, probably, well, you're going to use the FFAR over the GPR. The FFAR will win every gunfight over 15 to 20 meters, but it will lose every gunfight under 20 meters. And when you look at sort of the gunfights that take place in Warzone, it's, you know, it's the ones under 20 meters, I think, are the ones that define your game. Which is why I've always run an SMG and a sniper. I've never run an AR and a sniper. You know, for some people it does work. Like, there are a lot of people who can play the FFAR to fit that role. Because it does have a very competitive TTK. But for me personally, I'm one of those people who tries to shove my gun barrel inside you. So... Oh. Yeah, it depends on your playstyle, and it depends what suits you, which is why, like, you know, the LC-10 is always... I've always played sub-sniper, because that suits me. You know, does it mean I lose the odd medium-range fight? Yeah, but to be honest with you, I'd sooner lose the odd medium-range fight over... Like, I don't feel confident with stuff like the FFAR at close range, personally. Like, it's obviously good at close range, but I don't personally feel massively confident with it. Which is why I don't really use it necessarily. Good evening from Australia. I hope you're doing well. That was alright, though. First place to the second place, not too bad. So I do have one pet peeve. The amount of people who think like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like bot comments on YouTube. Like, so like whenever I upload a video, I get like 7 or 8 bot comments every single time. Like it's completely unavoidable. Like every single time I upload a video, I will guaranteed get those comments every single like it would just be like a random like account that's got a picture of a woman and it'll be like, your content brings me joy. And it's just like, bro, what like I don't even know what the purpose of the spam bots are. Like, because back in the day you'd get like bot accounts that would comment and be like, oh dude, great game, by the way, go check out this website. Now it's just like, right, here's a random picture of a woman. Like, I really, honestly, I find it properly confusing. So, yeah, like, people think it's, like, me doing it. People think it's like, oh, yeah, this guy's botting his comments. Like, no, like, I just genuinely, this just happens when I upload, and I can't avoid it.
Check weapons and gear.
Yeah, great games. Can I talk to you about your extended warranty? That's essentially it.
Time's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
It was, yeah. It was a purchase that I felt I needed to make for him. You know what I mean? Like I saw it and I thought, that's a bit of me. I don't think there is Spaceman, because there's no obvious location as to where those bots redirect to. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there was an obvious place for those, like, for the traffic, or like their username had something in them that made them obviously identifiable, then I would agree, but I like, even I wouldn't know where to look. None of these look great, so I am just going to go for a bit of a rogue one. I haven't seen it yet, Dave, but I play defensive line.
I'm reloading.
Targets are up. Don't take them down.
That guy got the contract, didn't he? That's annoying. Maybe that would probably make sense, to be honest with you. It's a good theory, at least. Okay, guess I can't go through that. Cool. It's just how I've always held a controller, Knight. I don't really find it... Well, I don't find it uncomfortable at all, if I'm honest. I have really large hands, so... What can I say, bro? I'm just speedrunning arthritis. No, My hands are bricked up like that. You know what I mean?
Loadout drop headed your way. Mission airstrike ready for tasking.
You should see him eating a yogurt. Golly, I'm out here two fingering that shit like a sloth, bro. I should call her.
Max.
Got gas moving in.
Evidently playing Claw is not helping me in the accuracy department at the moment, because I'm whiffing. My helicopter's lagging so hard, I don't actually even know where to shoot.
Reloading.
I wouldn't. It depends how you play, to be honest with you, Prod. But like, I do actually quite like my A attachment HDR. Like, I can perform fairly well with the 5, but having that extra bit of ADS on the 8 attachment and that, you know, just a little bit more mobility, I feel has made me better. But for some people, that fine margin won't make enough of an impact. But for me, it kind of makes enough of a difference that I enjoy it. I need to get together a self-res, so we'll start looting. And stop clowning around. It's an addiction, Martin. You'll never leave it. That game will be stuck to your head for the rest of your life. Where be everyone? You know what I'm saying? Where art thou? I believe that's how the Blink-182 song went. I think the funny thing about Claw is that, obviously, it was born out of necessity for not having paddles back in the day, to some extent. But I also think it's hilarious that, like, you know, something as basic as a video game controller, there isn't necessarily... Well, it's not like there's an instruction guide on how to pick up a controller, is there? Because they just assume that you know the answer. They simply assume that you know how to hold the controller, right?
I'm reloading.
Or that it's self-explanatory. So, like, in a way, it kind of accidentally happened as well, because, like, people saw the controller and went, what if I try it like this? I don't know why, but I thought that was like a UFO or something. How we doing, BWB? How we doing, well?
Changing mags.
Loadout drops on the way.
From the leaks of Battlefield 6 so far, Roman, I'm quite confident it's going to be a decent year for the game. Will it be perfect? Probably not. But I think it will be a good enough year.
Closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
That sounds rough. Well, get well soon. Try not to do that with your throat whilst you're recovering.
Enemy UAV.
Target marked.
This is Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound. Shots missed. No joy.
Taking fire. Good.
What the f- Where was the audio on that? What? He's silent! He's silent even in the kill cam! He's made no noise!
Fight to earn redeployment.
Oh my gosh. Like, I heard him jump through the window. I didn't hear him in that small two-step sprint between the window and the door. Otherwise, it would have slid round the corner. Ay, ay, ay.
Let's have ourselves a
Come on, COD.
ready. You're next.
From what, 5 years of Warzone and the audio is still dog shit? Battlefield, please. Release sooner.
Earn redeployment or die trying.
I'm reloading.
I mean, the annoying thing is now, is I kind of have to all or nothing it here. Because, like, I'm either getting my stuff, or it's Jova for me. You know what I mean? So I feel like I might all or nothing it here. I figured it'd still be inside.
Taking fire.
Hard that time. Dust
I mean,
yourself
that's solos in a shell now, really.
out there.
I mean, A, what a scum, right? Possibly, like, worst human being in human existence puts a pile on my loot after getting a kill he got lucky to get. And in fact, I don't even think that's the same guy. I think he got killed by somebody else. And then B, getting sniped by a random Kar 98 from across the map. I mean, you just can't write it. You can't write it, you know? Sometimes the game just wants you to lose. Call of Duty is about to do something stupid, like give me a questionnaire, like, how much fun did you have in the last game? What is the perk that stops you being hit by explosives? I think I need to start running reflexes. I need to like counter rat, I think is the word I'm using. Like I need to, whatever the rattiest possible plays are, I need equipment that will counter. It's just the fact that I got shot as well by a sniper. I mean, that's double the rough. You know what I mean? That's the game doubling down and saying, "Damn, that sucked." Begging sniper by sniper than a DMR. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It could always have been worse. Drill charges, I guess you just don't, like... They're very situational, aren't they? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the other equipment in the game does a really good job of being useful all the time. I feel like drill charges are only useful some of the time. So I think that's why... That's why, you know? Alertness is a cool perk. I just need, what you call it? I need, tempered. I basically can't play without tempered. Haven't played around with drill charges a huge amount though, to be honest with you, or at least not since they were originally. I remember back in the day when they were crazy OP. I mean, the Victus being a thing is kind of like a nice, but like it's not. I don't know. Like it's not. It'd be nice. I don't know. I'd like to see the HDR be replaced at some thing. You see, today or tomorrow? It is tomorrow for me. It's today for Westy and Stod. They've got their second and third games today, I believe. So I will be watching that later. But it is tomorrow for me. My 2 games are tomorrow instead. I know, honestly, dude. Like, matchmaking in solos is rough. Well, matchmaking in all the modes has been rough for me lately. Like, it feels like my SBMM brackets in
We're
Narnia.
headed to the war zone. Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm not sure, Chad. I don't actually know. I might ask that now.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
I'll ask that question now. I don't know if we're going to have Mav or if we're going to have Milo. Oh, Milo is joining us tomorrow.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, Milo is joining us tomorrow for the games. Milo taking a break from Destiny, didn't expect that.
Contract here.
I was ready or not. Gameplay rate 1 to 10. Probably like an 8.5. I would have liked to have tried some of the harder difficulties with the boys, but for some reason we just didn't get around to it. I think Stod pressed the wrong setting at one point as well.
Changing max.
Your morals, your dar.
Eliminate all targets in the AO.
CIA.
Annoyingly,
I'm reloading.
that is the man who just took the contract.
Using a stem.
He's been doing like 11-hour streams for Destiny at the moment. Well, he's a madman, isn't he? And arguably always has been.
Changing max.
I like Milo, he's a good dude. Nice guy. Any tips for really close range fights? Honestly, like, I think the biggest misconception about close range fights is that they're drastically different from long range fights, when in reality, like, my long range fights and my close range fights, I almost approach them as if they're the same thing. I look for that window, you know? Like, you gotta look for the window of, like, can I get a head glitch opportunity? Can I get, like... Can I use a piece of cover really well? Obviously, everything happens a little bit faster. What team am I playing against tomorrow in the Siege tournament? I'll get to that in a sec. Obviously, everything happens a little bit faster because you're closer range, but, like, you know, you've just got to try and use all of your surroundings as much as possible. What is with this drone, bro? Go away. You've got to be shitting me.
Gulag is your last chance. Fight to
Like,
earn
sometimes
your
solo
reward.
players are their own species of questionable. What teams are we playing tomorrow? We're playing Zyro's team with Dalek JD in it, and then we're playing Tag's team. So two games I think we should win, personally. Like, I don't know what Milo will be like in terms of siege experience, but, you know, me and Kudos should be able to get most of the job done.
Almost your turn, soldier. Stand by.
I mean, it's so weird, like, the guy's literally, like, on the drone. What am I watching here? What am I watching here? What am I watching here? Are they both going to lose this? They both nearly lost out on the basis that neither of them could shoot straight. I mean, if Westy and Stod win out their games tonight, there's a chance that I play them after this. Like, after the group stages. Try and hit one of those scabs. Don't. Why? Why are you up there? It's just so inconvenient, isn't it?
Hostile UAV in the area. Secure the supply boxes. Location marked on your tag map.
Requesting recon flyover.
UAV standing by.
He's decided to run off the stairs because he's scared of that fight. So it's time to run away too. And if he shoots me whilst I go up this ladder, I'm going to lose my mind. Wow, that sniper sucks. That's the gun somebody hit with a quickscope on me earlier today as well? Goodness gracious. He deserves double the award for that.
Vad fan är det för fel?
I think he's very happy with that. Now, I might be wrong, but I reckon he's probably a little upset about that.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Sometimes defcoms really are fantastic, aren't they?
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
My red flag is that I'm still trying to take this fight, even though I absolutely shouldn't.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
You bottled that, you didn't mean to do that.
Enemy UAV is online.
Dude's mic was in his mouth. Pretty much.
Contract complete. All supply boxes found.
We're going to do this a little bit inverted. Okay, apparently not. I was going to say we're going to grab our sub first and then go get our sniper, but apparently I clicked the wrong thing, so GG. We're doing it how the game wanted it to be done. Okay, so, you know, it's weird to think that back in the day there were things like stopping power and dead silence and... Oh, those were dark times.
Gas is inbound.
Recon overhead.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Reloading.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
I love how I, like, nail a really difficult shot on a moving target and then miss possibly two of the easiest shots on a stationary target. Truly, I'm a man that can't be replicated. Probably go loot that guy, shouldn't I? Really?
Requesting recon flyover.
Precision airstrike standing by.
What's interesting to me is that I was not on UAV for this guy, and he beelined straight.
UAV exiting the AO.
So I am mildly assuming that this dude is sus.
I'm reloading. Target area marked. You're clear to us.
Copy. Both 3 break it down.
Changing mags.
I'd run away from me too, I'm not gonna lie. He's probably just bought himself another self-res. This guy's obviously pretty decent.
Reloading.
I'm gonna say if he peeks me, it's gonna be right side garage.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Hostile UAV in the
Or
area.
I'm just doing the most obvious spot. Hold that, bro. He thought I was shit! Did he? Oh, he did have a sniper. He's using an MCPR, I mean. Nah, I think he's just another solo player, to be honest with you, Crawford. I mean, if he is, he's doing a terrible job at it.
Be advised, an enemy squad is tracking your location.
Need recon overhead.
Gas is closing in.
Oh.
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
How did that not mantle?
Taking fire. Need to catch my breath.
Lol. Well, this is a recipe for disaster if I've ever seen one.
Changing mags.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Enemy is no longer tracked. You lost them.
Huh? Dice, please. Dice?
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
No, it wasn't even a util box. It just didn't work. Like, it didn't open. Well, it opened, but it vanished.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you to load
Game's
up
gone.
now.
You know what I mean? Game's gone. Game's gone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I would like some
Hostile UAV in
UAVs.
the area.
Did it drop to the floor below? Good theory. No, this is all loot.
Back for more.
Nah, game's gone. Alright, I would like that UAV to be over so I can go back and buy like a VSAT or something.
Gas is
Bro,
moving.
why do I keep slamming doors, bro?
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
We're gonna take Frankie and Benny's here, but we gotta go fast.
Enemy buy stations
Okay then.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a bit disheartened by that one too. Okay, so the guy above me to the left probably had specialist.
Enemy UAV is online. You're losing ground. Moving. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy advanced UAV.
Elevation is shown on a VSAT now. It does say if you're above and below, which is why I ended up looking down. Mate, my arms are cooked today. My entire upper body really is cooked today.
Enemy UAV is online.
I mean, there really aren't that many people alive. If this pulls out to the trees, I'm effectively going to have to play under the dude here.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy deployed an advanced UAV. Gas is inbound, marking new safe zone. Only 4 left. Enemy advanced UAV overhead.
Need recon overhead.
SDR awaiting target data.
Top 3,
Changing
don't let up
mags.
now. Got gas moving in.
Mission timeline expired. UAV
How in the world have you decided to peek that? How, what?
5 remain.
You dropped down. Where was the ladder? Audio in this game is fucking terrible. He dropped down the ladder hatch, plated, and there was no audio to indicate that he'd gone back up the ladder. None. Not a single sound. So I'm here thinking I can make a cross to the garages because this geezer is obviously down because he hasn't gone back up the ladder. And no, just no audio to be found, fellas. Rough one, Matt. I keep getting to those crucial moments, and I keep being let down by the video game. Like he obviously would have heard me sprinting across to the garages, which is why he's made that peak. Like he's not done anything weird. It's just annoying that like there's been no audio for him going back up that ladder. Thank you very much, Bearded. I appreciate you. Because if I know he's up the ladder, I don't make that cross, or I double smoke the cross. Do you know what I mean? The hilarious part about the 3 pies is that only 2 of them were his. Another one was just left there. Play it right, too. It's properly frustrating. I definitely would have won that had I got the garage cross as well, because I would have been the hold for both of them, and they would have ran into each other. Proper unlucky, that. Proper unlucky. Yeah, it would have been a nice, like, easy solo win on that one. What's this guy doing? That guy probably thinks I'm dodgy or something. There's no point wasting util, Stravik, if, like, I don't need to. Would have preferred to keep it for the final hold. Like I say, like, it's literally just a case of the game not having audio. Like, if I know he's up the ladder, the rotation's completely different. But apparently we don't have ladder audio in the game. And apparently we don't have sprinting audio in the game. Honestly, we might as well just not have audio. Might as well just not have audio at all at this point. Like, I don't know what they did between Season 3 and Season 4, but it definitely got substantially worse. Like, the audio from the start of Season 3 was actually really, really good, and then whatever they did in Season 4 Reloaded, it just wasn't good. Something completely chalk. Nah, I'm just soloing right now, Prin. I appreciate it, though. The attachment HDR's been nice, though. Been enjoying that. Omega, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Break my knuckle. Something. Ooh. Is there a fresh update tomorrow? No idea, Dunk. Not a clue. Gosh, SBMM is going to let this take a while. There we go. To be honest with you, John, not that I care, but there's just no point in like, the amount of dudes I have hop in my chat be like, oh, this guy's not that great, like, no one, unless you're top 250, you can't tie my shoelaces, like, and even if you're top 250, probably a good third of them can't tie my shoelaces. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't I,
Check your gear and
you
weapons.
know, it's... If I had a pound for every time somebody hopped in my chat thinking they were better than me in Warzone, I'd be a very rich man.
Reloading.
The actual pro players. Oh gosh, the actual pros are the least competitive BR in the world. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
The actual
Watch your
pros.
skies.
The god.
All
Playing
stations
$500
green light.
wages
We're
every
deploying
night.
to the war zone.
Oh my god. Oh dear. It's just quicker to say you died to me and move on. A little faster. It's...
Battle Royale. Gas is approaching your
I'm a pro at last. Nice.
Scavenger contract here.
See if we get the scavo, shall we? When we do the next member-a-thon, Spaceman, pretty soon.
You're clear to engage all hostiles. Supply box is located. Move to secure.
John, if I'm being entirely honest, I don't play competitively because why would I want to? The game doesn't work. The game's arse. And quite frankly, I make more money than most of them, if I'm honest, by not going pro. Like, you know, unless you're like top 5 in Warzone comp, put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, and that's facts. Like, and even then, like, you're playing the most cheater-infested, non-sequentially working server situation in
Supply
all of
box
Warzone.
secured. Move to the
Like,
next one.
Warzone comp isn't even a discussion. It's a joke. Like, it's the laughing stock of the FPS community. I don't compete in Warzone because it's quite literally not worth my time. And I mean that. Like, but hourly. Like, you know, if I was to give Call of Duty a rate, it's quite literally not worth my time. Like, unless your name's Biffle, Sage, Shifty, or Soka, chances are it's probably not worth your time.
One supply box remaining. Move to secure.
I feel sorry for the guys who play Comp Warzone, if I'm honest. Their talents would be better off elsewhere.
I'm reloading.
They'd be better off playing a game that like actually has a good comp scene. Because Warzone ain't one of them.
Hostile UAV in.
Thanks, Bearded, for the 5. I appreciate it. It's because I'm mid, bro. Like, I don't get it, to be honest with you. It's just weird. Like, I'm...
Supply box is secure.
You know, it's such a straight... It's like, bro... Like, just say you died to me and move on. Like... Couple of men scuttling under me.
A tactical Brit, mate. Now the Muppet, the name like yours, get through
This
selection.
guy's really interested in, like, making sure that I suffer.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Reloading.
Bearded, thank you for the channel membership, buddy. I appreciate you.
Gas inbound.
If my goal was to be the best at Warzone, I'm sure those comments would be really hurtful. I just don't care. Like,
Fight towards deployment.
I genuinely couldn't give a toss. Like, most gunfights in this game are a coin flip as to whether or not the actual servers. Solos in this economy, I know. I know, right?
You're next.
No. Good to see you, Grubby. Hope you're doing well. What GPU do I have? 4090. I haven't made a shift to a 5090. Don't really point. You gonna pick up squad for the Unreal update? I am, Numlock. When is it out, by the way? Like, I know they've been in testing for a while now, but I haven't actually seen it released. Thank you very much, Bearded. I appreciate you, bro. Like, being good at Warzone is like... I'm trying to think of a good correlation. Being good at Warzone is like being great at sex when you're a slag. Like, there's just no game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's... like, you know what I mean?
Changing mag.
Last playtest is next week. Exciting. I have been keeping an eye on UE5 squad. Love squad. Great game.
I'm reloading.
Like, I play Warzone just because at this point it's fun, you know? We had our World Series stint out of sheer luck more than anything. But the reason I don't compete in Warzone is because it's absolutely not worth anybody's time, and if they do it, they're basically robbing themselves. Especially the guys who are bigger streamers as well. Like, the guys who are bigger streamers rather than comp players are probably losing money trying to compete as opposed to just making more content. It's just one of those weird scenes where, like... I mean, COD don't care. Like if COD gave a crap about Warzone comp, like, it would be sick. Like, I actually think Warzone comp could be really, really good if they cared about it, but they just don't, which is a shame. Like, if it had a good anti-cheat, if they actually did regularly based tournaments, you know, there was potential for the COD comp scene to be something good for Warzone, but instead it's just sort of this laughable scheme of how much money can we funnel into US creators' hands. Like, it's not, you know, COD comp is embarrassing, really. I mean, you know, I pictured COD Warzone comp being a bit more like PUBG. Like, if it had PUBG level support with active leagues, spectator mode was a thing off rip, you know, custom abilities to ban certain things from the game, you know, just that full total control, then it could have been a really big thing, and it could have had a really big league and really big following, but they just don't care.
Reloading.
Chad, thank you for the 5. Tomorrow morning.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Tomorrow morning we'll be on duos. Like, I thought COD comp could end up being as big as PUBG comp, if not bigger, but they just didn't really put any effort into it.
Gas is closing
The effort they put into it is, let's throw $1 million occasionally into a prize pool, despite not paying competitors on time for any of the tournaments ever, I might add. And then handled it to a team who essentially had to apologize for allowing so many cheaters to cheat in the open qualification. Like, it's, you know, it's kind of the butt of the joke, really, at this point. You know? Well, like I say, I've always thought it's a shame. Like, I always thought Warzone comp could have been something special, but it's not. You know?
I'm reloading.
You know, the average Warzone tournament, you're there twiddling your thumb for like 4 hours because it takes them that long to get you into games properly. And that's if the lobby didn't crash. I mean, bearing in mind, like, just to point this out, it's only since Verdansk, really, that private games haven't forced you to crash when playing them. Every other tournament up until this point, for about 4 years now, if you were playing custom games, it was like a coin flip as to whether or not the game would crash or not. So, like, you know, guys would be in their 3v3s, and then they'd just lose a player, and the admins would just be like, yeah, sorry. Like, even the CDL gets mistreated now, which is kind of insane. I mean, their last major was literally in a place I'd never heard of before.
Marking contract. Got contact.
It is what it is. I'm pretty sure that's the same dude in a helicopter, by the way. Has anybody given him the memo yet about, like, the DM10? Or is he using the TR2? Oof. I mean, for me personally, like, Battlefield's BR is the next one on the radar for me. Battlefield's BR is, like, big on the next thing for me. Like, even if the servers alone are just good, I will leave. Like, even if it's not a perfect BR, even if it's not exactly my taste, even if the servers alone are 40 hertz, I will never play Warzone again, probably. Unless I'm paid to. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way I view it. What game would you wish to have a BR excluding any info about the game coming in? Can't really think of any, to be honest with you. Like, Jesus Christ, that's so loud when I opened it. I wanted to see if anybody was, wanted to see if we had an option for a fourth. Well, to join a quad. But every stream is at 200% volume. Now I'm panicking. You did hear Stod for a second, yeah. My default Twitch landing page is Stod. Gotta watch your boys. Yeah? Is Battlefield cheating under control better than Warzone? Substantially so. Cheaters in 2042 are extremely rare. EA's anti-cheat for first-person shooters actually work compared to Ricochet. Like, Ricochet is like... If Ricochet is an F, EA's anti-cheat is like a B plus A minus. Valorant's is like an A plus. EA's free-to-play will bring out a lot more cheaters, though, surely. Yes, but the problem with... Well, the issue with Call of Duty is that they don't do anything well in terms of anti-cheat. They don't ban IPs. They don't ban hardware properly, or like it's very easy to spoof around it. Their anti-cheat doesn't require secure boot or TPM. EA's anti-cheat does. Like, there's so much wrong with how Ricochet works. Like, Ricochet anti-cheat is effectively a report system. Like, it's a glorified report system that occasionally works, would be the word I would use. Whereas, like, EA's anti-cheat, by comparison, is an actively functional anti-cheat that looks for cheaters. And yes, sure, sometimes you might have to report some of them to get them gone. But it's a different world compared to... like, even just having secure boot and TPM be a requirement alone would probably halve the number of cheaters or quarter them in Warzone. But they just don't even do that. They also don't ban IP address at all. Like, Call of Duty has never banned an IP address, ever. So... It's a very, very different world. You know, like, I think people think we're being dramatic sometimes when we talk about cheaters in Warzone, but, like, it is just normalized at this point. Like, cheating in Warzone is almost expected at this point. Like, that's sort of how far gone they are. Like, I'm... At this point, I'm never surprised when I run into them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm never surprised when I run into a cheater. I wish I could stop queuing Alta, but it honestly takes me so long to find games now because of SBMM. Like, I can't. Like, I'd be matchmaking for another 5 to 10 minutes. Like, bearing in mind, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still, like, school's finished, I'm pretty sure, or finishing for most people. And I still can just barely find games.
Use this time for some target practice.
Changing mags.
Do you think that they have a weak anti-cheaters that would cost them too many players and losing revenue? Not at all. If anything, cheaters cost them money because people stop playing. And also, cheaters just unlock to everything, so they don't actually make Call of Duty any revenue at all, really. They're a net negative to Warzone and COD in general. The reason that Ricochet anti-cheat is so poor is because it wasn't built in conjunction with the game. It was effectively, Ricochet anti-cheat is like a half-baked kernel anti-cheat, primarily a reporting system with a bit of AI monitoring that is slapped to the side of Warzone, basically. It's like taped to the side of Warzone. And something that's always alarmed me about Ricochet, and something that I don't think I've ever really talked about, is that Ricochet seems to use... I guess, in a way, it uses kill cams. Because, like, Call of Duty aren't recording your game. Like, they're not recording your screen. The information that they're using is what the server has interpreted a gunfight to look like. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you've seen how laggy kill cams can be and how wrong they look sometimes and how completely offset they are. So, like, how much of that data is getting through properly? How much of it is being interpreted correctly? Like, for Warzone, that's a very concerning number. Because, like, none of it works properly. Oh my god. He's just got a lucky hipfire to the head there. What I find sad is the cheats on casual. I mean, I'm not shocked, dude. Like, they're just part of... They're part of everything at this point. Like, it's almost... You know... It's almost impossible at this point. The average seer I find in Battlefield is somebody who's 20 kills, 14 deaths, mostly uses walls but can't aim for shit. Probably because they know that if they aimbot in Battlefield, they will get instantly banned, because Battlefield at the bare minimum has something resembling statistical analysis. Whereas if you aimbot in COD, like I've seen accounts actively aimbotting in Call of Duty for nearly 2-3 months before they get banned. And I'm not even talking like a little bit of aimbotting, I mean like straight up rage hacking, like more or less could not care less about, like, it's almost like they want to be caught. That's the way I'd describe it. Let's give Soupy a go.
Hostile UAV in the area. Got gas moving in.
Not getting much luck in the way of loot, but... Oh, my game just crashed. Nice! This application has stopped unexpectedly. Thanks, COD. Game's gone, literally. The game is quite literally gone. It is... Benny crashed a few times earlier? Oh. What have they broken this time? Will from Work's new vid, he crashed a few times too, they probably broke something. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm probably dead, but we'll rejoin anyway and see what happened. Somehow alive. I had so much time to finish the job on me as well.
Inbound.
And to be honest with you, the psychology of tiers is kind of the easy part. They just assume that everybody else is doing it, and therefore
Loadout drop headed your way.
that it's fine if they do it, usually. I find with most of them. Either that, or they're just terrible at the game and, you know.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Gas is closing in. Safe
Mags.
zone.
It's quite the circle pull, if I do say so. We'll make this a special win, I think. I think this is probably going to be my last. I know it's a short stream today, but I've got a double stream tomorrow, so it's going to be a bit rough. Tomorrow I've got Warzone in the morning and then Rainbow Six Siege in the evening, so
I'm reloading.
may as well enjoy today as sort of a semi break. You know, not a full break, still live for a while, but a semi break. I hope we win that Siege tournament tomorrow. I'll be disappointed if we don't. Like, I've been playing enough Siege lately to be useful in that tourney, you know what I mean?
Gas inbound.
Yeah, I feel like we can get something out of that tourney. Am I watching Westy and Stott tonight? Absolutely. I want them to win those, because then we'll face each other, I think. I'm pretty sure if they win their games and I win my games, we face each other in the next round, potentially. Which would be fun. I thought they would do well, actually. I will sub if you play every round on defensive Siege as Pulse. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do that. There are two defenders who I'm enjoying using in Siege right now. One of them's Arumi? I forgot how to say it. And then the other one is, ran into his own pie.
Changing mags.
And then the other one is Verdansk, because they've both got battle rifles. Like, having a battle rifle on defense is, like, clinically insane. I think he was so excited about the kill that he just rushed me and ran into his own pie. But I think the reflex got him, basically, because the pie went off later than he thought. I respect anybody who plays Pulse. You see, back in the day, I actually was pretty good at Pulse, and I used to run the shotty with Pulse. Like, year 1 of Siege, I didn't even use the UMP. I ran shotty and Pulse. 6 o'clock tomorrow, Tactical Potato. We've got 2 games tomorrow, so it's not just 1 hour, it's 2 hours, plus I will do a warm-up, so about 3 hours total. Like, back in the day, I used to run Pulse with the shotty, and I used to pulse through the ceiling or the floor and just blow them out. And then just fire on anybody who's under. Where is that thermite landing?
I'm good. Reloading.
Sometimes luck is on your side. I mean, I guess. The Warzone gods giveth and they taketh. For the life of me, I thought that guy's thermite got stuck on, like, the door. But
Relocating. Stay sharp. 25 remain.
wow, that thing does not move. Right. The Warzone gods giveth and they taketh. Look, we're going to call it there, folks, because I'm going to take a bit of a break today. Like I say, double stream tomorrow. We've got Warzone in the morning. We're doing duos with Benny, and then we'll be rolling into the Rainbow Six Siege stuff in the evening, which will be at 6:30. And at 6:30, it's going to be a pretty sweaty tournament. We've got 2 games to play, 2 games to win, one step closer to 10,000 Great British Pounds in the Creator Tournament. So thank you very much for the support today, guys. I'll be back first thing bright and early tomorrow morning, and I will see you all there. Bye.